Focus on breathing deep into the lower belly, like between the pubic bone and the navel. As you inhale, really feel that space expand. And then exhale, let it relax. And just being very conscious of where you're creating space as your breath deepens. Inhale into the belly and the ribs. And exhale, relax them. A little more expansion, belly, ribs, chest. Feel that expansion from the pubic bone to the collarbones. Now keep the breath nice and deep. Heel toe your feet in about hip width and reach your arms out like a T. And cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And without using your arms to pull your legs towards you, float that figure four towards your chest. And then do like little circles around the sacrum. It's nice to flex the feet, kind of keeps the legs locked in place. You feel your core engage as you try to make those little sacrum circles in the figure four. And maybe the circles get a little bigger, maybe you like them smaller. Take those circles around in both directions. And then settle in the middle and reach through the legs with the right hand as you interlace behind the left thigh. Make sure your head and shoulders are relaxed down, and just take 5 deep breaths, pulling that figure four in. Good. Now lift your head and shoulders blades off the floor so you feel your core engage, and then float the arms and straighten your left leg. So you're doing just like this little belly work, chin to chest. Keep that legs in the legs in the figure four, and breathe like it's easy. Good. And then as you hold that thigh, relax the head and shoulders down. Grab your ankle with your left hand as you set the left foot flat, and do like a figure four twist. Tip the legs to the left. Reach out through the right arm. Right knee points to the sky. Good. Now roll back center. You're going to keep the left foot flat. Reach for the outer edge of your right foot for a half happy baby. If that's a little bit too much, you can hold the ankle or even just kind of hold the calf or thigh. And with keeping your left hip anchored on the floor, try to squeeze the right knee down next to you. Inhale, you're going to try to straighten that leg back to a 45-degree angle, and then exhale, bend. It's pretty early, so don't expect to straighten it all the way. You're just easing in. Inhale to straighten a bit, exhale back into that happy baby. Good. Now bend the knee, squeeze it down towards you, and I want you to try to straighten your left leg all the way out onto your mat. So you're in that more full half happy baby. Loosening your grip if you need to. And then hug the right knee in and use your left hand to bring it across. Just a good old spinal twist, right hip over left. Reach out through the right arm. Press the right shoulder down and sort of brace that right thigh with the left hand. Moving the right ribs with your breath. And then roll it back. Flatten that right foot, right knee is bent. Cross left ankle over. Arms wide in a T. Flex the feet as you float that figure four in. And then find those little or big circles around the edges of the sacrum. Feeling that the full shape of that bone at the base of your spine. Move it around in both directions. And then left arm reaches through as you hold the back of that right thigh. Keep the feet gently flexed as you hug the right thigh towards you. And consciously with your mind, feel that left knee move away from you. Now lift head and shoulder blades. Feel like you want the bottom tips of the shoulder blades lifted. Reach the arms, extend the leg. Press your low back into the floor. Wake up the belly muscles. Big inhale, come up a little higher. And then exhale, you're going to let that right foot come flat. Catch your ankle with your right hand and tip that figure four to the right. Sole of the left foot flat, knee points to the sky. And just reach that left arm out. You may or may not really feel this. It's sort of like an outer glute stretch. If you can't feel it, you might want to do more squats so you're more sore there. Good. Now roll it back center. Come into that half happy baby. You want to keep that right foot flat. Just gives you much more room to move as you hug that left knee down next to you. Think like you want the sole of the foot to be open towards the sky. And then inhale towards straightish. Exhale, bend. We're not worrying about if it straightens all the way. Just looking for space, never straining. Good. Now find that happy baby and start to slowly straighten your right leg all the way out. And feel like the heel's going straight out away from you so it lines up with the hip and it doesn't drift off to the right. Even sort of hug it in towards the midline a little bit. And loosen the grip on your happy baby if it's too much. You can always just kind of hold it behind your knee. And then hug that left knee in, bring it across with the right hand, and stretch out through your left arm. Pulling gently on the leg with the right hand as you push your left shoulder into the floor, like adjusting yourself. Deep breaths through the nose. Good, and then release. Plant your feet hip distance, knees over heels, arms down your sides. Do a couple slow extended bridges. So you're going to inhale, circle the arms up and back as you lift your hips. And then exhale, bring the hands and hips back down. And just take a few more. Inhale, hips go up, arms reach back. Exhale, hands and hips down. Good. Now as you set your hips down, hug the knees in, put one hand on each kneecap. Do little circles. Both directions. And then as you hold under your knees, do a couple spinal rolls. Do like 2 or 3. And then roll it all the way up.